Nothing prepares you to beg for the money you've already earned. Welcome back to Creator Struggles. I'm Nahjalae, and I'm talking with a fellow actor about the reality that we all face, especially as creatives. Not being paid, waiting months for your money, chasing the check. We are going to break down how common this is, why it even happens, and how to protect yourself without burning bridges. So, without further ado, help me welcome.
What's hell? What's hell? What's hell? How you doing?
Good. How have
I've
you
been
been?
good. I've been good. Can't complain. Good to see you.
Yes. So let's get right into it. I like to do the grind report. So, anything that has been going on with you for the week?
For the week,
Yeah.
well, actually, yeah, this week I'm working on this short film. I'm a short film I've been writing for a while now,
Nice.
and I'm really excited
Mhm.
about it. I don't want to give it away too much,
Yeah.
but I'm really excited. Like I'm close to the end of the drafts.
Mhm.
A couple because I'm a perfectionist. Are we all?
Yeah.
But
You try.
But yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. Finishing up a few more tweaks,
Mhm.
and then I want to be done with it this month.
Nice.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. But
Excited.
yeah, then work. You know how it goes.
The normal stuff, like who cares about work? Um, no, I like to hear that because probably last year I had wrote a screenplay, and I mean, I know it's wonderful, but
Mhm.
nobody picked it up yet.
Yeah, that's the key word.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I have to do it myself in terms of like making it myself.
Mm.
I just need the money. I need the funds.
Yeah. Yeah.
A grant. Somebody help me out. Help us out. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of different avenues to go with that as well. Like you could, crowdfunding,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because if you're not, you got to put it out there.
Yeah.
And if people want to help, want to see you do it, and then yeah, I think it takes time.
Yeah. I think I got a little discouraged because I submitted for two film festivals, but just getting the grant, not necessarily
Oh, okay,
already having it filmed.
okay.
So maybe they didn't see the vision fully,
Hmm.
but I feel like I see it.
Right.
So it's like maybe I just need to do like a little trailer piece and
That
take
would
out
help.
yeah.
That would help. I think, maybe like a one scene in there,
Mhm.
and you just shoot that, as a proof of concept. I'm saying it like I
Yeah.
haven't done it. I need to do that too.
But that'd be funny though, because we like, oh, you should do X, Y, Z.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
and I need to be doing
Right.
this. Like, well,
Yeah.
okay, nice. Okay. So I would love to hear more about how you got into acting.
Man, I got into acting. Well, I got into acting when I was living in Senegal, actually,
Mhm.
because I used to live in Senegal for about 2 years.
Oh, nice.
So my mom, sister, and I, we moved. I moved around a lot,
Mhm.
and we moved from Haiti to Jersey, then went back to Haiti, and then we moved to Senegal for 2 years. And I think, I must have been like a sophomore in high school.
Mhm.
And it happened on this during English class,
Mm.
right? Mr. Niski, shout out Mr. Niski. And we were reading Edgar Allan Poe, right? We were
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
poetry, so a lot of spoken word and
Yeah.
poetry and stuff like that. And so we came across this, I think it was The Black Cat, right? This story from Edgar Allan Poe.
Mhm.
And then she was like, you guys are going to make this you're gonna make this a performance. So it could either be a film, a play, a spoken word piece, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then she got us into teams.
Mhm.
And, I think I played the lead. I don't know how it came across that
Yeah.
way. Kind of like, okay, well, Chris, you do this, and everybody, you do that. And
Mhm.
then when we were filming it, we went to a friend's house to film it. And while I was doing it, and I was like, I'm supposed to be doing because I don't know how to explain it, right? Because I felt like, oh man, yeah, you know what? What if we put the camera over there
Mhm.
and I come in and I do that,
You already
right?
see the vision.
Yeah. And then I was like, damn, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
And then I think since then, next year I took the theater class, with my teacher, Emily Grimes. She's the
Mhm.
one who really said, Chris,
Yeah.
you should be good at it and stuff. And I haven't looked back since.
Nice. It's always that one teacher or that
Yeah.
one person where it's like, you know what? I see this for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Yeah.
But I love it a lot. I don't know if it
Mhm.
loves me.
Hey.
I feel like that's the artist's story
Yeah.
for everybody.
Loving something that ain't really
Yeah.
loving you back in the moment.
Yeah.
It love you sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time. It's like I need the consistency.
Right.
I want to do an icebreaker.
Sure.
What was the longest you've ever waited to get paid?
You know, I gotta say, I've been lucky because I feel like I haven't had to wait too long. I want to say maybe like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe max.
Mm.
You know, if that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I also think that it felt longer
Yeah.
because boy was broke.
Listen, it was
You know
like,
what I'm
all
saying?
right, I was supposed to get paid on this Friday,
Yeah,
and
'cause
here we are in the next week.
Yeah.
What we got going on?
but I have been paid like on the spot too. The one time that did happen, it felt like a drug transaction because like she gave me a DAX and there was 200 in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Hey, thank you for coming." I'm thinking she about to give me a headshot.
Yeah.
She's like, "Thank you for coming." Oh, okay. I
Cool.
take that.
Let me get up out of here.
Yeah. We take those. Yeah.
That is hilarious. I've had situations like that too, where they just give you the money right after you do the gig. It's like, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I ain't got to reach out, see where money at.
Yeah. That's the worst part.
We gonna get into that
Yeah.
real quick. No, the reality of late payments and just missed payments. Honestly, I've been in situations where I had to wait like 2 to 3 months, and it was only $200. And not to say that,
Wow.
because that $200, that's a lot of money when you need it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where the funds at. Why I got to keep reaching out? Now you don't know who on the project
2 to 3 months?
for $200.
Isn't that? I feel like that's is that customary? I feel like that might be customary. Like when they, it's like usually you gotta wait like 90 days, something like that.
Not if they telling you in the description, we're gonna pay you in a week, and here we are, the third month.
Right.
So
That's tough. Cause that 200 could go a long way.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Now I need interest.
not for real.
Why y'all ain't got the 200? Why
Right.
did y'all hire me to do the job and y'all ain't got the money?
That's so tough, man.
And then it's those verbal promises, even with a written agreement, a contract, even that could be a little shaky because, you signed the contract, and I don't know if you take the picture, but I always take a picture because there has been times where it's like, you know what? We don't remember you on this project.
Really?
You don't. One second, let me get the phone out so I can send you the screenshot, because now y'all want to play games.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah, very, very insane, because I even have the email record to say, y'all, like, are y'all okay?
I'm sorry that happened. That's wild.
Very insane.
Well, I'm glad you told me about that because now I know, if something like that ever happens, I'll take a screenshot.
Yeah,
Take a photo.
always the amount, the time, the date.
Wow.
Shoot, the production company, the payroll, specifically the payroll
The
folks.
payroll folks.
Because if you reach out to production, they are going to give you the ring around.
Dang.
You know what? We're not on that project anymore.
Yeah.
Reach out to this person. They don't even work your number.
Yeah.
Who's the payroll person? I want to talk to the person that's going to give me the money.
Damn, you know what? That I have had to wait. I used to have to be paid, weekly. Every Friday. And then sometimes, the boss, because he was bi-coastal, he would be over in New York, sometimes in LA. And then there's been times where I'm thinking I'm coming to a check on Friday and it ain't there. So I'll mail it to you, and he out of town for like a month. You know what I'm saying? That used to be rough. Cause then now I'm like, okay, it's either I'm at Chipotle counting calories. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see if am I gonna be able to afford this? But we ain't living like that no more, man.
Amen. Like I just, cause that silence is very loud.
Yeah.
And they not responding. It's like, so who gonna give me the money? My rent is due on the 1st.
Yeah.
It's the 30th. Where's the rest of the money? I need that to make it to the full amount.
Right.
And I don't have that.
He was cool though. He was cool. He just had his,
Yeah. But then I don't know. Don't have me waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Message.
Don't have me waiting, because don't promise something and you can't fulfill it.
Right, yeah.
Because I believe that you was going to be able to do it, and now you can't. Now I'm looking at you a little cross-eyed because You said you had it.
Right, right. You know, what I've learned is to always under-promise and over-deliver, you
Yeah.
know, as opposed to over-promise and under-deliver, you know?
Yeah. And I feel that because I feel like I would rather just not say anything about certain stuff, and then it's like, "Oh, I didn't even know you was"
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
opposed to, "Imma give you $1,000, get the check, it's about $300." Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
"Oh, we have to take out some of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
to" don't do that.
for sure.
Just say what you need to say and not too much over
Right,
what needs to be
right.
said. And it's like, the emotional side of it too. It's like, well, now I have anxiety because I don't know where the money gonna come from because y'all
Yeah,
clearly don't know
yeah,
where the
yeah.
money yet. And what am I supposed to do? I was depending on this check, and now I got to depend on something else. Thin air, the Lord, which we should be doing. But I just think that and then you feel like desperate. It's like,
I know. I hate that feeling, you know? I really do.
because now it's like I really need this money, and it's like, why am I begging for my money?
Yeah, that conversation is never nice.
It's never nice. And I get anxiety just even trying to bring up talking about money
Yeah.
because I don't want to look like, oh, she broke because she asking about her money.
But
But
you're older though, you know?
exactly,
You
like
you should be able to ask for it without it being a problem,
you
you know?
should, but it's I feel like that's the one topic in this industry where it's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because even I think, because I feel like I've been fortunate, right, to
Mhm.
deal with producers who pay at a pretty decent rate, meaning frequency, right? So
Yeah.
like, when they say, hey, it's supposed to, you're gonna receive a check within 2 weeks, whatever,
Mhm.
so and so. And I remember calling and I was like, damn. But it was also because I was like, I'm trying to figure. I'm looking at the checking account and
Mhm.
I'm just like, yo, I gotta get this. I'm supposed to get some type of check
Yeah.
for this, so I could throw it over at that.
Yeah.
And I make the call and say, hey man, how you been? So listen, I'm glad I got you on the line.
Mhm.
I wanted to know how. So in terms of you having a good day, by the way. Good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear that. So in terms of I don't know if I asked you in terms of the payment, in terms of payments, like what is that process
Yeah.
looking like in terms of getting paid on my end? I don't know
Mhm.
if I asked, you know what I'm saying?
Like you
It's rough, you know?
you're trying to say it in a nice
Nah,
way
for
too.
real.
Because I remember I did this project, and I think I talked about it last season really quick. Did the project, took a picture. We were supposed to be paid within the 2 weeks. 2 weeks came by, didn't see the check. I'm like, okay, just give them a little grace. No. Now I'm reaching out, sending the email, no response, very dead, silence.
Mm.
Then I'm like, let me reach out to payroll, call them. Hey, I was on this project and I didn't get paid yet.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what to do, with how I'm getting the money. Oh, let me look. No, we don't see your name here. Um, how else can you check? Let me get the social. We're not gonna be able to do that. We're not giving out the social security number. That's no.
Right.
I literally gave you my first and last. No one
Right.
else has my name.
Yeah.
Just try, please. Let me transfer you. Get to another person. Well, technically, I'm off, but I guess I can help. Why would you answer the phone then?
Mm.
Like,
Right.
don't piss me off. But turns out no one got paid from that project.
Really? Still?
No, everybody got paid because of me, because
Oh,
no one even realized that the checks never got sent out. They just sitting there.
first of all, my graph is how you don't realize you didn't get paid. That's usually because you getting paid
Look,
from other stuff.
listen, I think that's usually what it is. But me, I didn't need all the money
Not facts.
that I get. So if a check is missing, I'm trying to figure out how. So I guess everybody else was rich on the project.
I guess.
I just was in need for the money. Because nobody said anything.
Wow.
Then they sent out an email. Yeah, it seems like we had a snag and no one got to pay for the project. We're sending out the check now.
Wow. I hate that. That's because, like, whose job is it to figure that out?
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what y'all hired for. who doing the work?
I'm glad you got paid.
Yeah, because I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have called in to work for that if I knew I wasn't gonna get
Not for
paid."
real.
Because that's how I determine if I'm gonna go ahead or not.
Right.
Is am I gonna be getting paid more for this project or getting paid more if I just go to work?
Yeah.
That's how I usually determine that. And sometimes it ain't got to do with the money. If I feel like the project is something of just if I feel different about it, where it's like that Mahalia Jackson story, I feel like they made like 2, 3 films of that. But I was like, well, I'm not really getting paid much for this because I'm just in the background. But this is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I also feel like, it's always nice to network. So
Yeah, definitely.
really, I mean, it's about money, but it's not also about, it's not, I feel like it's the connections that you make too.
I love being on set,
Yeah.
even if I'm not a lead or
Mhm.
whatever,
Yeah.
no lines. I just enjoy being on the set and then just learning,
Yeah.
you know?
Cause it's not always about like, oh, well, if I ain't getting $1,000, they ain't going.
Yeah.
Now you being a little too uppity. Yeah, I just feel like, cause at first I looked at it like, oh, well, it's just background. Like, no one cares about me. Well, sometimes they treat you like trash on set because you background.
Yeah.
But I think we all have to start from somewhere. But like you
Have
said,
to.
it's just nice to just be on set and just really see how things are operated. Like the sound person, the man with the lights, especially the camera. Like all of these things are helping all this project. So it's just nice to see.
And it's really important to do that too, talk to everybody on set because you never know. You might when you want to do your project, hey man, would you mind doing the audio? This is something, you know what I'm saying? Like you never know. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Work begets work.
I do be getting a little nervous though, cause like they just be looking so busy. It's like, well, I don't want to interrupt. I don't even know y'all breaking stuff. They usually be sitting in their own little section.
Yeah.
Who am I to? Hey, excuse me. Do you think I could sit here?
No, but why not?
I don't know.
Why not? Do it. Like, I tell you like this. Let them tell you no.
Yeah.
Don't tell yourself no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to told you. Message. Cause it's important. Cause like I remember my OG, one of my mentors back when I was living in San Francisco. And he always used to tell me, he's like, Chris, let them tell you no. Don't tell yourself no, because you're limiting yourself.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you never know. They might be like, yeah, you know what? Come on in.
Yeah. I never. I tell myself no a lot of times. I feel like I talk myself out of a lot of stuff where it's like you don't even know.
Yeah.
Just ask.
We always do that.
Yeah.
We always psych ourselves out. I think it's important to psych yourself in.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. On point like a scoreboard. Trying to tell you something. No, but for real though, I really mean it. Like you really should. Like sometimes I think about like now where I'm at in my life. Sometimes when things become very uncertain, I get excited. I didn't used to get excited because it could be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I don't like to use that word. I don't think I get overwhelmed. I just think to myself, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I wonder how. Right? It's exciting. It's enthralling. It's enticing. You know what I'm saying? But something happened to my brain at some point when I started thinking like that.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? It's like when you I was really going through it out here in LA. I got scammed. I was trying to look for a job and got scammed on Indeed, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That they be getting real good now. But damn, I never talk about this. I got free will.
Yeah.
What's stopping me right now? Like I feel like I'm at rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'ma just do it.
Yeah.
I talk to anybody. I ask for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna lose? Like, not to trigger warning, I'd be like, I could die right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't depressed, but I was like, is this what it feels like?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If I was cool, if I was out of here, I'm like, yeah, I'm whatever. So I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, that's what you need. I know it's kind of controversial to say, but
not even because I feel like that too. Because it's like, well, shit, fuck it. I don't have nothing to lose.
I'm gonna just fucking
just
go do it.
it.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
like
not gonna go back home and like lay down in fetal position.
yeah,
Like, shoot.
and it's weird because I feel like I do that with activities more so.
Oh,
I'm very thrill-seeking, adventurous.
okay.
Like one morning I woke up, I'm gonna go jump out of a plane,
You
and I
did that,
did
huh?
so. Yeah, because
When was this? This is recent?
this wasn't recent, but
Okay.
I mean,
That's
I could wake up tomorrow like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go jump out of a plane.
let's
Like,
go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, bungee jumping is like the cord.
But I feel like jumping out of a plane is might okay, well, you did have somebody with you, huh?
Yeah,
But okay.
but I was the one that had to pull
Yeah.
the
Oh,
lever.
you pulled it.
Yeah, pull the lever, crunk. Yeah, I had to do that
Wow. That's kind of wild.
because he was like, if you don't pull it, you gonna die.
He was that he was going nah, that's crazy. But you know, if you could do that, you could do everything else. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just think it's more so of it's definitely it's just a psychological thing. Like, I've always been quiet as a kid, so just
Okay.
talking to people just I feel like heightens my anxiety just
I
a
get
little
that.
bit. Because like, what do I say? Where do I look? Where do I stand? Do I stand over here or there? It's like it's a lot going on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like just
You know, you could be honest about it.
mhm.
Hey, I'm really nervous, but I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate that. You know, but oh, you know what? It's okay. Yeah, what do you want to? You know what I'm saying? I really don't. This is really not what I do. You got really cool shoes. Oh my God, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Use that to your advantage.
Yeah, honestly, that actually did work when I met Tamara.
Come on, name drop. Come on now.
When I met Tamara, because I was going to the Rio, sitting in the audience, wasn't getting paid for that. I was just
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there, but I left to go and just enjoy the show, the Rio. And she like spotted me one time. She was like, oh. I was like, she, me?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, this is my chance. Picture?
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, sure, after the show. And now I'm like, yeah, she forgot.
Yeah.
And then the show ended and she walked over. She said, well, come on. I was like,
Yeah.
she
You,
ain't never. And then I was like, it, I could take a selfie. Phone
would you mind?
just,
This is an iPhone.
and she got the security guy. He was like, I'll take it. And she was like, oh, he doesn't do that for anybody.
Wow. See?
And I was like, okay.
But imagine if you hadn't done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's important. You know, you
Yeah.
got free will. You know, you only get one life.
Mm-hmm.
Do the things, say how you feel, you know, just why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I do be feeling down. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's like, you do know what to do. Shit, do it.
You just honestly, I think something I started doing is like, if you get nervous or something like that, just
Mhm.
count to 3 and do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, 3. Because if you count too long, like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? I want to go talk to this stranger. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, but I have been making progress. I
Good.
feel like I always, not use always, but in certain settings where I know I'm by myself and I know that person's by themselves, I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we just
Yeah.
say something because we both in the same boat.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's like, okay, not
It's not
bad.
that bad, but
yeah,
but you got to keep doing it, you know, because
Yeah.
it's always every day is a new day,
Mhm.
and you most likely will feel nervous doing it again.
yeah,
You just have to get used to. Oh yeah, I just get nervous when I do this, but I do it anyway.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
People can tell the difference, you know.
I think I do think
That's funny.
that they can tell.
Oh, look at you! You're so cute. You're nervous, huh?
Just give me a second. Just give me a
Right.
second. Couple seconds. 1, 2, 3. like Chris said, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like asking for your money feels harder than doing the work?
Wow, that's a great question.
Mhm.
I would say I think asking for the money. Yeah, I think that's the tough part.
Yeah,
You know.
because I feel like once you already know the scene, you know the character. It's not really much else to it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like getting over that, and then now it's like, oh, how do I ask for
Right.
the money?
Especially because, when you're doing a scene, you've had some type of rehearsal with yourself or with your partner, scene partner, so you know what the outcome is
Yeah.
supposed to be,
Yeah.
right? But And you also know what the outcome is supposed to be when you ask for your money, but you don't know what it's going to be like. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not in character anymore. This is the real me. Y'all say y'all was gonna pay me.
Yeah.
And I need that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna need that real quick.
Get that money by Monday, man.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Friday.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, but now definitely asking for the money.
Yeah.
It's never a pleasant situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Oof, it just gives me chills.
Yeah.
And because I also feel like, especially say you know the producer, the director, the writer, and it's like y'all cool.
That's still hard.
And it is I feel like it's harder because dang, I gotta ask bro.
Yeah. Hey man, yo.
Like, I know we cool, but like
right.
You said you was gonna pay that and like too late.
Yeah.
Because now because I also feel like it's one of those things where it's like, what if I ask for this and she begging for money? Don't hire her.
No, but you know, that would be an example of what type of people you don't want to work with. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we said we was going to pay her this.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're not begging for money. You know, if anybody thinks like that, you know, I don't think, maybe you're not in the right business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're payroll and you know you're supposed to pay this person X amount and you get mad because they asking you to pay them what you say you would pay them in a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
you're tripping. You know, that says more about them than it says about you.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like it's just good to choose the projects that you do wisely because, you know, and really fully read the description and seeing how they actually gonna pay you. Are they even talking about money? What type of work are you actually doing? What's the project?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want to get into red flags.
Oh boy.
Now, do you think getting paid before the gig is a red flag? Say, I want you to do this project here $500.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say yes, right? Because I don't think that's industry standard, right? I don't think so. Maybe it is, and I'm tripping, you know, and I'm living under a rock like Patrick. But I've never experienced where, you know, no, we pay you up front and you gotta, I mean, maybe in the rap game or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But
360?
but like, it's not in advance. Like, you get paid for the work that you do.
Yeah.
Right? And you do the work and then we pay.
Yeah.
So if they pay you up front before you do it, 9 times out of 10, maybe it's some stuff that you ain't really gonna vibe well with. You got to do this.
I feel like it's one of the things where it's like that the person could just, they don't mean no harm. They just want to hurry up and pay you so they can get it out the way. Because maybe, you know, it's coming out of their pocket. So it's like, well, let me just give them the money now while I have it.
Okay.
You know?
You know what? You know, I'll take that back. Maybe it's not a red flag, but it's something to be considered, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they could be doing it for any myriads of reasons. Like, hey, you know what? I know how the game is. Like, you know, I don't want you to have to wait 2-3 weeks because you know how that could go. I'm going to pay you up front so that you got the money. So you don't have to worry about it on the back end.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe that's that, but you also never know.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's one of the things where you got to keep a close watch.
Yeah.
Because you paid me the money and I was like, oh, you know what? You got to do this too.
Yeah.
But you didn't pay me to do that. You only paid me. I mean, but I paid you up front. You gotta do what I tell you to do. Oh, hold on, sir. Ma'am, what we doing?
Now, why is this couch black? Hold on, this ain't what I came for. What's going on? Why everybody in their drawers around here? Oh, hold on now. I didn't know this was
that type of party.
Yeah, I don't even like parties. Why is drugs on the tray? Hold on, man. Hey. Oh.
I gotta get my phone away.
I thought this was water. Somebody told me this vodka. Drink. What's going on in here?
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I feel like it's one of them things where it could be a yes and it could be a no. It just depends on the person.
Okay. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Gotta think, man. Y'all be careful out here, man. Think straight up.
Yeah, because, you know, if you gullible and you're green and
and
you know nothing, like,
anything is bound to happen.
I feel like I've been got a couple of times because I just thought people was nice. It's like, they're just being nice.
No,
They're trying to get you.
But there are people who are just, kind people.
Yeah.
But, you never know,
Yeah.
You really
And
never know.
I'm tired of finding out. I feel like other red flags will, I don't know. I feel like this kind of goes in the realm of just be weary. Like if there's no contract, but you know the person, it's one of them things where it's like, well, I know them, but also it could backfire because you know them,
Right.
Yeah,
that's a really good point. It's making me think about, when I do want to make this project, because then sometimes you make projects and you want to hire your friends or not just your friends, but people who you respect and you think, would be really good at this,
Yeah.
So I think it would be important, at least for me, I would like to pay the actors. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. I want to do it by the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now it could go wrong though. You never know.
Yeah. But that's why that piece of paper, just have something.
Yeah.
You don't even got to be too in depth to it. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when I was in college and I was getting roommates for the first time off campus.
Okay.
And I typed up contract.
Right. That's
Go
important.
ahead and sign that, because if you don't pay, piece of paper says you're
Right.
going to pay, you're not paying. So
Yeah.
what we going to do?
That's important. Even as simple as a little DocuSign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have something in writing, because if it's just word of mouth, it's like, okay, you
Yeah.
said that, but I
Yeah.
don't remember. That was last week.
Yeah.
It's a
Plausible
new week.
deniability, all that, man. Yeah.
We don't want those problems.
That's important. I'm glad you brought that up. That's real important. Sign the contract, y'all.
Yeah, sign it. Sign the paper, please. So how do you think you can protect yourself in terms of, just looking out for yourself when you're in these situations?
The first thing is to know that it can happen and to navigate through those situations, knowing that, this could go this way, this could go that way. So this is how I'm going to protect myself.
Yeah.
I think it's important to not just go in there, green, especially if you've experienced some things.
Yeah.
Because look, anything can happen, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just in life, period, not just in this business.
It's just general.
Because, let's give them the benefit of that. It's important to, I like to pay attention to what people do rather than what they say. Because, a pair of lips say anything.
Yeah.
It's fine, like.
But the actions will speak a lot louder.
And I think you never know. Because, for the most part, I think I have a fairly good judge of character. I'm fairly a good judge of character. But, sometimes, I might get got.
Yeah.
And that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Somebody was just that much better than, and it's a part of the game. But so some things I would do, honestly, I read the contracts, take a photo of it, like you said, right? Always have documentation,
Yeah.
So that you can have something written on paper, and hold their feet to the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most I feel like I would say now, that you can do.
Yeah.
And you can't control what you can't control, obviously, but as long as you do that, it's you're gonna have some mishaps, but
Yeah. I mean, in this business, a lot can happen.
yeah,
Just keep your eyes open,
yeah,
your ears open. Because I feel like I'm an observer. I feel like maybe that's why I don't talk much at first, because I need to scope the scenery out. I need to see what's going on. Who are these people? And then once I feel comfortable, it's like, oh, cool. I can talk. I can talk when I'm ready. I just need to see.
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's a good point. It's a good point. I think that's important to do too.
Yeah.
Good though that you have that quality that you're observing. Let's see what's really happening, as opposed to, oh yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy, but I'm looking.
No, because you never know.
Yeah, like, oh, y'all doing that? Time to get on out of here. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to partake in those festivities.
And that you and take agency, because you do have a voice, because you have a choice.
Yeah.
Always remember that, you get to choose to do it or not do it. You shouldn't feel like, oh man, I feel like I have to do this. No, you don't have to do it.
Like, you can just say no.
Yeah,
like,
it's okay.
Ain't nobody gonna be mad. I mean, they could be mad,
But
but
if that's not what meshes well with your spirit, don't do it.
yeah.
Straight up.
Because if you start to feel that little tingly, I mean, it could be a couple of things, but in this situation, it probably mean that you should get up out of there.
Yeah. Because I would rather you say no and feel confident in saying that than to do it and feel like, I don't feel good about having done that. And now I got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's your battle.
Yeah, just definitely choose wisely. What do you personally feel like you clarify before signing on to a project?
You know, I've been fortunate that the projects that have come forward,
Mhm.
I've come across, you know, I did this project called Dear Ernie,
Mhm.
right? And it was a beautiful film, and I loved doing it, right?
Yeah.
Because it was the producer slash writer and director. It was about, you know, his late father that passed, and I was playing, you know, a younger version of his dad,
Mhm.
right? And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll do it." I read the script and everything,
Yeah.
and I think it's important to, you know, have a conversation because we spoke about it, you know, before we filmed and
Yeah.
stuff like that when we had the I guess we call it an audition, and we spoke about the project and stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm excited. Do you have any questions?" And then the producer on that film hired me for another project. I think maybe 2 other projects. Was it? I think it was yeah, 2. He was like, "Hey, man, I think you'd be really great." And I think because of the relationship that we had, you know, he didn't bring me anything that was like gonna be some nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm fortunate that I didn't have to be like, "Yo, I don't do this, don't do that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But deep down in the back of my head, I was like, "Man, I hope this ain't no."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
I have stuff that I won't do, but you know, it's never come across. Then we have to have the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
But that's good though. I mean, and I just feel like you don't even have to do money, just clarifying in general. You know, you played his father. It's like, okay, well, how would he
Yeah,
handle this situation? Like
yeah,
how,
yeah.
so
That was so hard though because because I didn't have lines in there, right?
Mm.
But none of us had lines in there except for the lead, Rebecca Klingler. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. She did phenomenal.
Nice.
She killed
Great,
it,
Rebecca.
right?
To do that.
And all of us were kind of like because it was a whole bunch of montages
Mhm.
of his father, you know, when because he was sick, he had pancreatic cancer.
Mhm.
And essentially it was like one time that it was towards the end that she had this long monologue,
Mhm.
right? But the whole film is when they first got together,
Mhm.
and you know, until his very last days. And in my head, I'm like, what is his essence? Because this was back in the 70s. And
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, yo, I don't know what your dad was like. Like, could you? But also, we got no lines,
Yeah.
right? So, how do I capture this man's essence? And you know, he told me, you know, you're doing great, man. Like, you know, because I love the 70s look that you have. And
Mhm.
it's like, I just went there and, you know, was myself, obviously,
Mhm.
because there's only so much I could grab.
Yeah.
I tried to watch everything that I had, and I was like, I don't know what, but you know, as long as he was happy, that's
Yeah.
all. And he told me he was like, you know, you were able to capture the essence. I'm like, I don't know what I did, but great. If you like it,
Hey,
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's good. I have to where is it?
It's
That
on
project?
so it's on my link in my bio on IG, CF Riviere. You could watch it. It's on, I believe it's on Vimeo. But yeah, it's free. It's free. You could watch it. You know,
Nice.
it was one of them. You know, I watched it. It premiered at the Chinese theater.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that, you know, like when I first saw it, like I watched, I was like, oh, this is good. And then the second time, you know, I got emotional watching
Mhm.
it because of the score. This guy Pike Huey, he's phenomenal, man. He reminds me of Ludwig Göransson and Hans Zimmer, specifically because of the strings. Because
Mhm.
I love strings and
Yeah.
scores, you know, like piano,
Mhm.
violins and stuff. But yeah, just overall, just all the feels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, because you know what's getting ready to happen, but you can't avoid. It's like, oh man, this is so
Yeah.
good. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so I want to move on to a win is a win. Now, it could be about anything that you feel a win for you is.
Just being on set, man.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like because of what we do, it's very rare that you know you get to get on a set. Because I always feel so happy and excited when I'm on
Yeah.
set. Like I try not, even if it was the worst day ever. If I'm on set, I'm happy
Yeah.
because there's cameras around, there's
Mhm.
microphones around, somebody doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody saying roll. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and I never leave a set feeling sad. You know, so I think I would say being on set is always a win.
Yeah.
And being able to be around the art, whether that's acting, whatever,
Mhm.
anything entertainment related. It's a win, bro. Like, and connecting with other
Yeah.
people, other creatives, writers, writing. Like, for example, today I'm supposed to, when I leave here, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna write. That's
Mhm.
a win for me because I get excited
Yeah.
about like, see, that's the thing too. When I'm writing specifically for this script, like there are certain things that because I met with a producer and he gave me a few notes and
Mhm.
stuff, and I went back try to fix it, and some of it was like, yo, this doesn't make any sense,
Yeah.
right? Like, how do I? And what I mean by it doesn't make any sense. It does, but in real life, it wouldn't go that way. I have
Yeah.
to go and write it in a way that's realistic,
Mhm.
right? And very minute details.
Mhm.
And then as I'm doing it, I'm like, how do I make this better? And it's the most frustrating, yet
Mhm.
rewarding part of it because
Yeah.
I might spend like an hour, like, yo, how would he say this?
Yeah.
And then it clicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. So now I write it, and then the dialogue just
Yeah.
flows. So that's a win, man. Anything that you do that is creative that you accomplish is a win.
Yeah.
Straight up,
Simple.
straight up and down, diagonal like tic tac toe. You feel me? What have you?
Period.
Come on now.
Okay. I definitely agree with that because I feel like I've been in this dry spell of not being on set, and it's like, dang, like what am I doing wrong? Like I be auditioning and be doing the self tapes, and it's like, no, not booking, nothing. Then it's just like, dang. And recently I was on set, and it was just like,
Right.
this is what I remember
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
This is great. This is just how I remember. And you just leave feeling uplifted. So yeah.
I think it's important to do stuff that's creative because I think especially with not booking and stuff because I used to feel real like halfway like not worthless but halfway worth like damn I'm trash. I'll never book anything. Blah, blah. I
Yeah.
haven't booked. It's like it's rough in my head. I'd be thinking, how am I? But sometimes it's not even that. So I do something that's creative, and that's writing, and that makes me feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
what Casey used to say? Remember Casey?
Yeah.
He used to say, acting is what you do, it's not who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is true.
Like it's not your entire identity.
Yeah.
Go live your life.
Yeah. Got to.
Straight up.
So shout out to Kiss.
Yeah, man. Shout out Casey, man. Yeah.
I feel like my win, I don't even know.
Yes, you do. Come on now.
I feel like I said this as a win before, so I can't even remember.
No, say it. If it's a win, it's a win.
I feel like my win is actually going to be just continuing on with the podcast
Yeah.
and just having guests. I feel like that was a little challenging for me because I'm like, oh, I need to reach out to people. What if they say no? Okay, I'm not gonna reach out. Okay, but how you gonna have guests? Okay, so I need to reach
Yeah.
out. So kind of going back and forth with myself with that, and then I finally reached out, and you're here.
Come on now. I was gonna do it.
So yeah,
And by the way, she is very, very professional, y'all, because she sent me this big, long paragraph and everything. And I'm like, yes, like you doing all that. Yes, I'll pull up. Like the hell? But I appreciate it.
well, I just wanna,
No, but I
do
appreciate
it the
it.
right way, like you said.
Yeah, you're right.
Even the outline I sent, somebody was like, "Yeah, this is very professional." It's like,
Yeah,
well,
extremely, which is great.
am I not supposed to be?
You should be. You should be.
But I don't know. I just feel like that's just me personally. Like, I don't care if I know you for 20 years. This is it. This is what we're talking about. If you want to talk about it, we can. If you don't, we don't have to. Like it's.
No, it's good that you have the structure.
Yeah.
Because at least there's something. There's somewhat of a template or boilerplate that you could follow.
Yeah.
And you could play around, all around, but the fundamentals
Yeah.
is there. That's important.
Yeah.
People pay attention to that.
Yeah. Because I love structure. Like I need to have something to read off of. Got the laptop, got my notebook.
Right.
Like I feel like I'm old school in terms of like I need to write everything down and then I got to type it.
Yeah.
Couple.
You can never go wrong by being professional.
I just rather start off that way.
Yeah.
I mean, in that way too. Be a professional all around the board. I just, like you said, it matters.
Professionalism is important. I value that. And you and in myself. Period.
Just be professional. It ain't even nothing to it but to do it for real.
Come on now. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, somebody you know might know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ask them.
Come on now.
Now, moving on to pick a struggle. Now,
Okay.
we're going to get into some questions here. And then, it's pretty much would you rather? So,
Okay.
one or the other. So, would you rather have low pay on time or high pay months later?
Ooh. High pay months later. I'm gonna go with the devil that I know. So I'll go with low pay up front.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I feel like the high pay, it's gonna come like a couple months, maybe a
Yeah.
month. That's kind of like customary, I think.
Mhm.
So I'll go with low pay soon. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'll go with that only because, I guess that's what it's been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to really wait for the money.
Yeah.
Just now. If we talking about big screen money, I can wait for that.
Yeah. It'll come.
Come.
Unless it'll come, but it also depends on. See, that's the tricky one because it depends on what I had to let go of in order to do this. Because if it's a big pay, how much of my time did I give into this? Like, was I on set for a month? Like, who taking off work for a month?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got them type of PTO hours. Because then one might require you to, like, damn, I might have to quit my job for this.
Yeah.
If I quit my job, then, and I don't get paid until like 6 months later. Excuse me, I didn't mean to yell like that. I'm sorry.
No.
But
that was needed.
yeah, like what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So you gotta weigh the options. So I'm gonna go with the first one.
Would you rather be patient or be labeled difficult?
I do not want to be labeled difficult.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go with be patient. I feel like there's a caveat to that.
Mhm.
Because being patient doesn't mean just kind of like being a stepping stool.
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, whatever. It's like, because I think I'm a fairly patient individual. So I'm gonna do be patient because you do not want to have to be labeled difficult.
Not in this one. You don't.
I'm already patient. I'm very professional. Like I come prepared, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with the first one.
Okay. Would you rather book with no lines or audition for a lead you don't get?
Okay. I'm booking because audition for a lead. Wait. Hold on. Let me think about this. So would I rather book for no lines, which I've done, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
We just talked about that.
And that was fine.
Yeah.
Right. But it also was like, a fairly good role.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the ones that I had no lines for. And then what's the other one?
Or
just audition for a lead.
Or okay, well I can switch it up. You audition, you get callbacks. It's like they feeling you.
Oh.
For this lead top.
You know what? I'm gonna
snowfall type.
I'm gonna take the second one then. In that case, because now it's all about connecting with all these different individuals. Because if you get an audition and you get callbacks for these leads, that means you in the running.
Yeah.
And I think that's great because they obviously see something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the second one only because that hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah. Again, that yet word.
Come on.
Last question. So, would you rather chase a check or turn down the gig up front?
I don't think I would chase the check. I'll turn down the gig, because especially for what I feel like I want to do and what I want my legacy to be. Yeah. So funny, right? Saying this legacy stuff and then, you ain't booked nothing, you ain't did nothing yet. Yeah. But you've done a few things. But
quite a few.
Yeah. And I would say I'm turning down the gig. Yeah. I'm gonna have to turn down the I don't want to chase the check because at the end of the day, because it's important the stuff that you do and how you want to be perceived.
Yeah.
The big projects that you're gonna be doing and stuff, and that's what people are gonna know you for.
Yeah.
Right. And if you just chase the check, you can kind of pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah.
Into these projects.
I'm waiting for my $100.
Yeah.
Is it?
So I'll turn down because fortunately, saying no is a privilege.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that privilege yet. Right. But I'm not like strung out for money and
I'll do anything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
There's something, yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to chase. Can't be. Now, if it's like a couple $1,000,000, I still might not do it.
Yeah. Well,
I'd have to.
try. You know, what are we working with?
Right. Can we
Let's-
negotiate what I
Yeah.
do, what I don't do?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it'll come when it comes.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Well,
wait. What do you mean? It's over? You kicking me out? I'm just playing. Good.
we gotta go home, but y'all
Gotta
know
get
the
out
rest.
of here.
But it was a nice having you on, Chris. I really do appreciate you coming.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yes. How about you tell the people really quick?
Oh, yes. You can find me on Instagram, CF Riviere. That's CFRIVIERE. Again, that is CFRIVIERE. And then, TikTok, same thing, Rivers 101, RIVERZ 101. I try to be more active on there. I'm not as active as I should be. But yeah, that's where y'all can find me.
Period.
Say what's up.
Besides the wonderful film that you are writing,
yes.
what else are you working on?
Honestly, right now, it's my main focus because I would like to write it, and then I'm planning on starring in it and probably producing it. I was thinking about directing it. I'm still kind of on the iffy side about it. But for right now, I want to finish writing it, and because that's my main priority. I haven't gotten many. Actually, you know what? There's this show supposed to be coming soon that I did. I want to say last year, called Throttle. Right? It's about it's like Fast and Furious, but like black women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I got a pretty cool part in there. I thought it was cool. I was supposed to be this guy from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get my Baltimore accent on and everything. But no, that was really fun. I'm excited for that to come out. And yeah, a couple other projects that I've done that I've never seen come out. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited on the film that I'm writing. I want to shoot it, this year. That's the goal.
Nice.
So I plan on finishing writing it this month.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely good to set dates and deadlines for yourself. So you know, okay, I said I'm going to be done writing this on this date. Now we need to move on. Okay, finish that. Now, when are we filming?
Yeah.
So, because I feel like it holds you accountable for yourself. So that's what I like to do. Maybe I can get it done before I say that.
Yeah.
Before the date.
Yeah.
So,
because you got to set, you have to set deadlines on yourself, because, if you don't, you respect everybody else's deadline, but you don't respect your own. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like setting a deadline for your own personal self is, it could be challenging.
Yeah.
I think it's more challenging than the other side.
Yeah. I can get some of this stress off my back. I mean, it's not even about stressful, but it's just more so like, okay, I done put all this time into this. Like, we need to make it work.
And also, you're preventing yourself from sharing your gift with the world. No, do it now. I'm trying to convince myself to do this. Yeah. That's what I need to be doing.
Listen, when I do a lot of my editing, obviously, I am watching myself back on repeat. And it's like, wait, that was a gem. Hold on, let me rewind that back. Because sometimes, I just be feeling sad. Like, I'm not booking anything.
Yeah.
Let me edit this podcast. It's like, close the laptop. You know what? Feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's definitely a mental thing. Like, once we get in our head, it can just go completely south.
you start to ruminate it, and it just goes all over the place.
Like, how we get there? No,
all of a sudden you tell, because the way, what I usually say is, like, for example, me, I don't talk negatively about myself, not even as a joke.
Yeah.
Because why?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want nobody to talk to you like that. So if you don't want nobody to talk to you like that, why are you disrespecting yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah. That's definitely something that I had to come to terms with, because it was always more so of well, let me say something negative that isn't about myself, so the next person will do it. Like, I got it covered.
Okay.
So I'll take that away from them and just I'll do it myself. And sometimes I catch myself, it's like, why would you even say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out to yourself. Like, what are you talking about?
Don't do it.
So,
Like, I remember when I was in college. Sorry, I know I'm keeping you a little up.
no,
When
like, because I didn't have nothing else to talk
Okay,
about,
okay.
so we can keep going.
Okay, cool. Because I remember one thing I always hated seeing, like for example, that it grinds my gears is when like somebody says, okay, like for example, we used to have to do like public speaking in college, right?
Mhm.
And I enjoyed it
I
because
hated
I was like, yeah, I want to go in there. I want to give the best speech I could possibly give, whatever. And I really felt, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and do my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then somebody might come in and be like, oh, by the way, this is, I'm not really good. I'm like, stop. See that right there? I don't like that, right? But I think that's just a nitpicky thing that I have. Like, for example, why would you go up there and disqualify yourself?
Mhm.
Don't do that. I don't care if when I have my '08 Honda Accord,
Mhm.
you couldn't tell me it wasn't a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pull up and I'm like, yo, get in the Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They obviously could see, okay, that right? Because if you could do that, do the opposite. Now it's fun because we obviously know it ain't no damn Bentley.
Yeah.
Right? But don't talk down on your stuff and on yourself because the world already does that. And like now where I'm at is for 2026 onwards, I want to be now the person that I want to become in the future. So I carry myself that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And because when you think about it, what's the difference between now and the future?
Yeah.
It's just time.
Yeah.
Because then you could always be because think about all the things that you want to become in your life, right? You want to have those things, whatever, blah, blah, right? But what we don't usually do is who you are as a person,
Mhm.
right? You think about all the things you want to have and be able to do, but you don't think about what that person is in the future. Meaning, how do they talk? How do they carry themselves in a room? How do they navigate the rooms when they feel anxiety? Do they walk with confidence?
Mhm.
You can do that now,
Yeah.
right? Even if it's quote unquote fake it till you make it, which is something I don't believe in. I think it's just do it while learning how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. You would have hated me in college.
Really?
Because
I wouldn't have hated you. So.
okay, let me not say hate. I was one of those people where I hated communications class because like, oh, I gotta talk in front of people. No, hated it. But honestly, I wasn't bad at it. Like the teacher, oh yeah, you did great.
Oh.
But in my head, like I was psyching myself out. Like I didn't go up and say, oh, yeah, I'm nervous. I never said anything about that, but you could feel it. I mean, hell, I could feel it. So it was more so like, dang, like I just never like when people just watch me talk, like especially if it's a group of people. It's like they're waiting on me to mess up. They're waiting to laugh at me. They gonna laugh at you. It's just all those thoughts. It's like, oh God, like shut up.
It's so funny to hear you say that because I think most of us at that age, most people think like feel that way.
Yeah.
But to me now I think about it the opposite way. I'm like, oh no, they want me to succeed. They waiting to have a phenomenal speech. They want to be entertained right now.
Yeah.
So I got to do it for them.
Yeah.
Because like I remember, we had I think it was a math class or something like that, right? And we had to speak publicly, for a project. I'm in this class. This is back in college in undergrad, and everybody going up there, and I hated presentations only because everybody always so boring up there because nobody want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants like speaking publicly like that.
Yeah.
Most people don't, right? Especially in we were like 18, 19, 21.
Ain't nobody trying to talk.
Nobody want to do that. But now leave it to the actor, right? So they get on there and they say, hey, good morning. So my presentation is going to be about, and I'm like, got to find a creative way to do this. I hated that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we decided to talk about the iambic pentameter and what it does. So would you mind taking the slides? Thank you. Next slide. So, so now, yes. And then they stop and they look at their other partner like,
your turn.
Now it's his turn. Now he going, right? And I hated that. And I watched that, right? And everybody in the class and the audience is like on their phone or just, because it's boring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm finna turn this shit up. In my head, I'm like, we about to kill this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of our partners, one of our classmates, he was sick. So I decided to do his part of the presentation and, to say his part on it. So I think I started the presentation. And I forget what I said, but it was some, and you saw them kind of like, oh, who is
Right. Who is this?
Yeah. So I come in. So the reality is there are two things that we could do. We can do oh, by the way, my name is Christopher Riviere. Today the presentation is going to be on This is my colleague. And then I just saw them kind of like wake up, and I was like, nah, I got him.
Yeah.
So how you said earlier, a win is a win. And I really enjoyed that because like that's what we do is acting, is theater, is film.
Yeah.
You want them to be enthralled.
Yeah. I feel like I look at it that way now because it's like I did the BT experience, the casting call. That was a big step for me because there were about probably over 200 people in the room.
Wow.
And you had to get on stage and do your minute monologue.
Wow, look at that.
So, and it was crazy because I wasn't necessarily nervous. I was just excited, like
that's good.
Like feeling it.
Yeah.
But like I was number like 233, 235. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, dang, they're giving all these people notes and stuff. I'm like, should I change my monologue? Should I have timed it a different way? Oh God, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, damn, no. I done psyched myself out again.
Yeah, it's happening.
I was like, no, we fine. Robbie Reed, Nahjalae Calloway, these people are here and they want to see something exciting.
Yeah.
What can you do differently?
Yeah.
Everybody was doing like a dramatic drama. And I chose comedy. And I remember I was talking with these people in line and they were like, oh yeah, we're doing drama and hosting. I was like, oh, I'm doing comedy. They was like, oh.
Really?
She was like, yeah, usually you don't want to do comedy because like, if it's not right, then, nah, it's just safer to be, do drama. I'm like, well, this is what I got right now. So we're going to have to work with this. And I remember I got on stage, did my little minute monologue, and I remember Leah Daniels was cackling and nobody else was like, people had like a smirk on their face, but you know how they be trying to like not show you emotion. But she was cackling.
That's funny. Cackle is a good one. Cackle is a good one.
Because it was funny. And the only thing that Vanessa Del Calloway, because love her. She was on folks' necks. And I'm like, could have did better. And I remember she told me, she was like, it was a great monologue. It was funny. The beats could have been better. I'm like,
okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I got something for that.
Yeah.
So I felt good in the moment because I'm like, I didn't do bad.
Yeah, you did.
It was great. I just need to work on the colors.
Yes. It's all about the beats. It's all about the beats.
Yeah. And that's not the first time that I've been told about my beats. It's like, oh, you're great, but you need to work on your beats. And it's like, must be, it's a beat thing for
It is, yeah. But that's something that you could work on.
Yeah. Like it's very doable. Now if I was just trashed and it's like,
yeah. Because I mean, you're funny.
But that's the thing. I don't even be trying to be funny. I'm just talking and people think it's like, oh, it's like, I'm dead.
Suffering from success.
And it's just so funny because I would like to do comedy in terms of like getting on stage and talking in front of people, but I feel like I said this before. I'm very long-winded.
Okay.
I can't get to the point right away. Okay. I need to go through ABC. Like I need to get everything. And don't nobody want everything. They just want the main piece, the meat, and maybe a side. They don't want the full course. And my problem is I want to get the full course and the dessert.
Yeah.
No one really wants that.
I guess I'm sure you could find a way to work that out, if you decide to work a set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like it's all like it's timing too, because it's like, Nobody's laughing. Okay. What's the next joke? I don't try to be funny. I just talk and people think it's funny.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like it's different if I have to try to be funny.
Yeah. Because it's definitely a craft. It's like there's structure to it, setup, punchline,
Mm-hmm.
you get on there. Because anybody, well, I don't want to say anybody can be funny, but it's a different ball game, I think.
Yeah.
When you get on that stage and you have to come up with something that people enjoy listening to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
as
So
opposed to like, oh, he just, no, yeah, she's just funny, but, you know, it's different,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That reminds me of when I auditioned before I got into ACT in San Francisco. We had a callback, and the callback was like 9 of us in the room. This is back when I was auditioning for a master's in acting and stuff. So we was in, I want to say Chicago, and we go in there, and this was my first. Was it my first callback? Might have been my first callback. First day, because I was there for like all the auditions. I auditioned to like all the big schools plus the ERDAs, which was like all these different schools bunched up together. So kind of like what you said, we had to go on stage and it was like all these representatives from all these different colleges in a room just behind each other, just looking at you, and you got to do this in front of like, however many people, 100 people or whatever. So anyway, we go in there and I had did my monologue, and you leave the room, and then you get the call back. It's at 1:30, so we all get in there, and it's 9 of us, right? And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I get this out of the call back to go right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not used to just all of us being in there.
Yeah.
So now we doing the monologues to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the lady, she was saying, so by the way, ACT, we are not a musical theater school, but you will sing. I said, no. So if you have a piece right now, I'm like, you talking about right now? Right? So my head, but luckily the day before, I was watching an interview of Brian Tyree Henry. And he was talking, I forget what movie he had coming out that day, around that time, but he was talking about when he went to Yale and you got to get a classical monologue, a contemporary one, dramatic and comedic, and, you probably will have to sing. And I was like, should I prepare something? Because I can't sing.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know musical theater like that. So I was like, okay. So I started memorizing this one song by Drake. It's not crazy. Why would you go in there with a Drake song? It was called I Get Lonely Too, by the way. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah.
I say, I think, and the only reason why I chose that, before I say, the only reason why I was memorizing that song was because I think that I could, like, it would make my voice sound good because it's not too high. It's right. It's the perfect pitch,
Yeah.
So I'm on the subway talking about, I get lonely too. So anyway, we get there, right? And now we do the monologues, and now it's time for us to sing. And so she was like, okay, so you go first, right? Not me, but everybody else. We're gonna go around in a circle, and y'all, let me see what y'all got. The first guy, oh! I'm like, oh, okay. Second person, everybody could sing. So now we're on the 6th person, and they all got chops.
Yeah.
And then there's me. So what I ended up doing is I sang. What I forgot to mention to you is that I was not. It was either gonna be the Drake song, or it was gonna be the song by Edith Piaf, right? La Vie en Rose, right? And so I decided to sing that, right? But it was in French, so voice was trash. But I was singing in French.
Yeah.
No,
But it sounds good though.
But so I do it, and I saw the lady, and then she wrote something. Do you know that after all these auditions that I applied to, I got accepted into none of them except ACT?
Wow.
And I didn't even get to the master's program because that's what I auditioned for. But I got a letter saying, hey, so you didn't get into the MFA, but we got these 2 other programs. If you are interested, you're in. I said, yeah, let me get that.
Yeah.
I did, and it was the very last letter I was getting no after no after no after no. I was like, if this don't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And the last one, they were the very last people to reach out and give me that offer. And, that's how I got here. And I ended up going to ACT, did the intensive, the summer intensive, then did the semester program, and then, moved out here. And I actually saw one of the guys, the first guy who sang, he was over there as a master's student. So when we got there, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
yo, look at that.
Yeah.
But it all worked out.
It always does. I feel like, timing is everything. When it's meant to be for you,
Right.
it's for you, Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop what's for you.
That's true.
So sometimes we'll be a little impatient.
Yeah.
So I be waiting.
Yeah.
I just be wondering, but I don't want to just jump into something where it's not meant for me. And it's like, well, you've been begging for it. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's like, but not this.
Yeah.
Be patient.
Be patient.
Well, that is going to be it for today.
All right.
Thank you again, Chris, for joining me on Creative Struggles.
Thank you. I appreciate the invitation. It was a pleasure.
Yes, always can come back. We can talk about new topics because we always got something to talk about as creatives. We never not have anything to talk about because there's always something to talk about.
Always.
So, again, thanks. Like, comment, subscribe, send a review, send an email, anything that you can, please help me out. All right. See you guys later.
Peace.